Hey, what's up guys? My name is Philip and in this video I will quickly cover all the latest new features that are coming with the new Midjourney update version 6.1 so that you are up to date and can quickly implement them into your own workflows and know what are the latest changes about them. So let's get started. Alright, great. So what is actually new in the version 6.1? So for once, we have more coherent images than before. What does this mean? So this means actually that we now have like arms, legs, hands, bodies, plants, animals, etc. more consistent. To give you an example, I created a cinematic still of a photorealistic couple hugging while sitting on a park. They are surrounded by fallen leaves and by vibrant fall colors. And we actually see here in the version 6 version on the left that the legs are crashing through the bench in this example. But with Midjourney version 6.1, they really made sure that we have more coherent images, which means that we don't have any crashing objects anymore. When you see on the right, we have now much more fitting legs and stuff, so this won't happen that much anymore. Of course, it can still happen, but most of the time it's now fixed and will actually make more sense. For the prompt 2 that I did, I tested it here as well. We have two cats running. It's a close-up on a 50mm lens. And it's cinematic, and we actually see again the difference. In version 6 we actually see that the cat on the left is doubling up in the image and the eyes are looking quite strange, I would say, but in the version 6.1 we actually see the difference where we have improved eyes and no doubling up issues at all. Besides that, everything is now roughly 25% faster for your standard image jobs.
This is awesome!
I mean, when you prompt something, usually you can expect much more speed than before. I think 25% is such a good increase and we can all be happy about that. Another huge step they did with compared to version 6, they now handled it that we have a much better image quality than before. What does this mean exactly? So now we have reduced pixel artifacts in our images, enhanced textures on skin, for example, on humans. This means we have more precise, detailed and correct small image features. They will be most of the times more subtle when you compare them to version 6, but actually in the close-up images that are prompted here from a woman, we actually see all the details in her face and a much greater detail palette, I would say. Also, talking of image quality, we now have a new feature which is called -Q2. It will make your generations up to 25% slower than before, but with the big advantage that we have more details in our textures then. So we can have here quite a good comparison where we see where the texture is more detailed onto the image itself, and compared to the version 6 we have way more detail here. Just keep in mind that it will be a bit slower than before. Talking about more quality, we now have in the upscaling, we have now a 2-time upscaler with much better image and texture quality than in our version 6 that we had before. It will double up the resolution and it will also add additional details, which is of course always great. So we see that Midjourney is actually always working and keen to improve the upscalers again. Another really great feature which I'm really happy about is that we actually have now improved text accuracy. What does this mean? For example, when we always prompted something like that we want to have a red neon sign, for example, which have letters of, I don't know, your name, but it can be anything. Most of the times Midjourney mixed the letters quite up a lot, which made them confusing and we had not the right results. But Midjourney heavily worked on this feature and now we get much more accurate results than before. I have two images here. One time I prompted just Midjourney to show you, which worked obviously quite great. I think they tested it themselves probably. And otherwise I also prompted my own name from this channel, which is called Pixel Artistry. And here we actually see it also did a really nice job with the green neon lights. And I think it's really reliable now and we can use it for a lot of stuff. An additional feature they worked on was that they worked on a new personalization model. In case you don't know what personalization in Midjourney is, I have a great video here which I will link you right on the top, just click on it if you want to have a quick explanation how it's working actually. But in general, you can say that it fits in your own style, which is really nice because of course we all have a very different artistic taste, what images look really beautiful to us. So this is a great way. We have here improved nuances. Also the accuracy is much higher than before, and I think this is a really great way. You can also use personalization codes which were older, which you used in the past a lot, and you can use them from all jobs now and then use the personalization model again in your new prompts, which is also a great way, I would say. In general, they said also in the note that images should look generally more beautiful. This is of course very broad, but I think you get the hang of it, that usually when you prompt something, it should look more detailed, more fitting, and it should add more details, depth in images, and realism overall, which is of course always great. Some of the other important notes are actually that version 6.1 currently does not have a new in-painting / outpainting model. Actually, if you use the zoom, reframe or repaint option or the vary region, it will fall back to the version 6 model. So just keep in mind that right now you can't use those features. I think they will update it soon, but since this is still a very new update from Midjourney, they didn't do it yet. So just keep that in mind when you're using these features, that it will snap back, but otherwise you can use the version 6.1 for sure. It's always there by default, should be there set. Otherwise, always go to /settings or check them in Midjourney Alpha to have really the correct version applied. Having said that, the Midjourney is also having future plans to release soon the Midjourney version 6.2 model. It will come next month probably. They didn't exactly mention what they want to change there, but it will be for sure great features as always. In case you want to know how you can turn your images into 3D, I just republished a recent video where I'm explaining you how you can actually prompt a character in Midjourney, take him to 3D, and then actually animate him in Blender later. So if you're interested in this, just check it out. It should be over here maybe, or here, let's see. But otherwise, of course, as always, like this video if you have enjoyed it. If you have questions, let me know down below. Subscribe to the channel so I can keep doing what I'm doing, and actually see you on the next one.